Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. How are you doing, everybody? Greetings, Cloudy Jack Skies here. Today I'm answering a question one of my non-Brony friends recently asked me. I also think it's a little fitting given that the Season 4 premiere is only 10 days away from the time of this recording. Why am I a Brony? I was able to give him a short answer. I love the show, the characters, and the music. The stories really reach me and touch on bits of my past. It gets me remembering how I met my friends and how I became who I am. It was enough for my friends since we talk a lot about our past, but I think I should tell you who I am. To do this, protect my identity, and protect my job, I will tell you my life story. Ponified. Warning, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, is owned by Hasbro, not me. While I will be mentioning elements of the show, I am not saying that I'm actually from Equestria, nor am I actually a Pegasus. I'm just ponifying my life. With that being said, on with the flashback. I was born down in the hayseed swamps to Calm Skies, a Pegasus flight controller stationed at an airfield on a canal. Not sure who my biological father is, only that he came from Napon. Before my first memory, we moved to a small village south of Ponyville. It was nothing major, but it was most of my life. I attended school and made some friends, but mostly we only knew each other at school. That was until high school. I joined the Junior Wonderbolts academic program, and suddenly, through our uniform, I gained a lot of friends. This was also the first year I met Heaven Sent. We had the same English class our first year. It was only in our second year that she became my special sub-pony. I was basically a nerd growing up, 75% brains, 25% body. I actively took on that role and pushed myself more academically than physically. Heaven Sent was on the cheer team though, and she started to have me exercise more. The second year was also a year of important events that stayed with me through the rest of my high school days. First, I was hit by a carriage and just stood up, brushing it off. This was caught by the school press, was seen by everybody. A lot of ponies just avoided me after that, because they didn't know what was going on. Just before winter break, one of my filly classmates was slapped in front of every pony at lunch by a senior she was dating. I was raised a southern gentle coat, and one simply does not slap a filly. So I calmly walked up to him, and we discussed why such a brutish action was uncalled for. Because I was in my uniform, some of my squad mates came over and joined in the discussion. This set in a rule where one Junior Wonderbolts challenge is the entire course challenge. Not much happened during my third year, though my final year I asked Heaven Sent to marry me at the homecoming dance. She said yes, and we were busy with studies and prepared the wedding before I went into Wonderbolt Academy. Before we graduated, I was told I wasn't going to be walking the stage for graduation, and that I would need to go to summer school. Since our plan was to marry the day after our graduation in Las Vegas, we set up to meet at the local park at 3 in the morning so we could take the bus to the Sky Cards. While I was headed to the park, we saw each other and started approaching only to be separated from each other by a train. While this train was going past, a carriage pulled up, 3 donkeys grabbed Heaven Sent and pulled her in and raced off. What happened next is kind of grimdark, so I will just hint that if this was a reunion, she'd be a shooting star in the night sky. I went into the Wonderbolt Academy and put everything I had into it. My love, my anger, and all my sorrow. I made a great group of friends there, and we pushed each other to grow and achieve. During the last days of training, though, my closest friend had an episode and attacked me, shattering my right shoulder. They were able to repair it, but it wouldn't ever be the same again. Now out of the Wonderbolts at school, I had no idea what to do. I worked fast food, phones, and a short time in security. 5 years went, and I still had no clue what I should do with my life. I was a blank flake all over again. It wasn't until an air show where I found it. I enjoyed flying and never thought of actually doing it for a living. I obtained my license and became a private skycart pilot. So that's basically my life up till now. Kinda short, but I hope you were able to see how this show reminds me of my time on this planet and the lessons I learned. I think that is a reason a lot of us became Bronies, because we can identify with what Twilight and the others are going through. Well, that's it for now. My next video will be after I recover from surgery on the 27th. I will sound different. I hope you guys can appreciate what I will sound like and how I will feel about it. I hope to see you then. Cloudy Jack out.